everyone, welcome back to Know Nothing Garage. My name is Jacob, and today I have a quick, easy way to keep your house secure and just make it a little more safe. And the way we're going to do that is by modifying our door. So this is actually the back door I'm going to show you guys on, but as you can see, we have our hinges, and typically with these hinges they use very short screws, and so one way to make this much more secure is simply by adding longer screws into it. It's really easy to do. You could just pick up one box and then you are good to go. One thing to remember is you want to do this side, you also want to do this side. A lot of people will just see this and do it really fast and kind of forget. The other place that you're going to want to do this is right here. So you want to make sure your door jamb is replaced with longer screws, and also this hardware right here. So basically what you're going to want to do is as long of screws as you can. This door is interesting because it has a piece of glass in it, but I don't think we'll be anywhere near that. Basically all you want to do to make this easier on yourself is just undo one screw at a time. So let me see if I can do this one-handed, but you're basically just going to take one out and then you'll put your new one in. So you basically just do that one screw at a time, and that really just prevents your door from sagging or getting out of balance as you're trying to, if you take out multiple screws, your door is going to want to lean, you have to try and prop it back up. So if you just do one screw at a time, it's really easy. The other suggestion that I have is bringing 2 drills. When you're putting in longer screws, the one thing you don't want is the wood to split in the door frame. So you need to pre-drill some amount. So what I am going to do when I do this, I will show you guys what I'm going to do, which is bring 2 drills. Now, typically, people might have more than one drill. I have only one wireless or cordless drill, and then I have one corded. So I'll just use this, and basically I'll just use one to quickly pre-drill the hole and another to put the new screw in. So when you do that, it makes it go by very, very quickly. And I'll show you the reason why. The doors will all have different length screws depending. A lot of the screws in my front door were literally this big. I already did this on the front door. So the left one is how long the screws were, and the right one is what I replaced them with. So this is like 3/4 of an inch, and these are 3-inch screws. It holds a lot better and is going to be a lot more sturdy. I just pulled that one screw out from the wall, and it actually looked like it could be longer. It could be 1.5 inches to 2 inches, and if that's the case, that's awesome. You don't have to use 3-inch screws, but you really should use the longest screws that you have. So you can see I have a box here of 3-inch, and then these are actually 2-inch that I had left over from my box project. So I'll use these. These will often be a lot better in the doors around those, the deadbolt and other areas where there might not be as much wood in the door. So these will be good for that. All right, guys, and just to show you, I just finished up the door. Here's all the screws I took out, and then here is the comparison. So we have the little ones, which were the majority of what was taken out. Every great once in a while, they threw in one of these 1.5-inch ones. It looks like I have 4 of those total. They did have a couple 3-inch screws on the outside hinges, but obviously not nearly anything that I would think is good enough. So this one on the left, that's what is in every hole now on the door. It's super solid and isn't going anywhere anytime soon. It's a really easy way to protect yourself, and I'm gonna see if I can show you guys how big of a difference this makes. Okay guys, so here is a little rig that I just made with an extra hinge. This is basically, this will be the door frame, and then this is the door. So you can see how it would shut, but the vise is in the way. This was using the actual screws I took out of the front door. So they're, like I said, about 3/4 of an inch long. And so let's see what happens. Okay, so first we'll just use some regular force. Okay. Okay, so just by the way the vise is mounted, I wanted to, I had to put it in sideways, but just with a little bit of twisting, all of these pulled straight out of the wood. It was almost no effort just to twist it. And I know that obviously the load would be expanded across 4 hinges, but if someone had a crowbar and they nudged it, those little screws would just fall straight out like they just did. So let's use different screws and we'll see what happens. Okay, so I have the longer screws in here, and just to prove the point, I don't need to try and break this completely. I only have 3 screws in the bottom, one's not even in all the way, and I only did 2 of the 2-inch ones on what would be the door. And this is just to illustrate quickly how much stronger this is. So the same type of thing, you can torque on it. I'm gonna get this vise really tight. You can see it's breaking my vise off the table, but these screws aren't coming out. So that is quick. I mean, you guys saw how little effort that took on the shorter screws there. Yeah, eventually I could get that to fail. But you can see these aren't even in as much wood as they could be. They're actually sticking a 1/2 inch out of this. So just having more real estate, more wood to bite into, those screws make a huge difference. So it's a really quick thing to do. Like I said, you can just go buy a box of screws, drill out the holes one at a time, put the new ones in, and it'll make your door immensely stronger. I know there's always, you know, if someone wants to get in, they're going to get in. That door has a big glass panel on it, but I would hear that glass panel breaking, hopefully. So that is just a quick way, no matter what type of door you have, to just help strengthen it a little bit, reinforce it, give you a little bit more peace of mind, knowing that, you know, someone isn't going to be able to just bust those hinges out really easily. Just give yourself a fighting chance, give yourself a few more minutes of preparation time. So that is all I have for you. I hope you guys enjoyed this quick tip, and I will see you on the next one.